Alright, how you doing, people? First off, this isn't the only video of the week. My normal Friday video that goes out will be going out as normal, so it's either been out or it's coming out this Friday. This is just like a bit of an extra one. Long story short, someone come back to me. Was it Basil Boris or Boris Basil? I'm sure it is. I've probably got that wrong, but it's either Basil Boris or Boris Basil. Something like that. Contacted me through YouTube and said, yeah, there's two pictures. I think his missus wanted to see one picture edited and he wanted to see another. I'm hoping I've got the right pictures. I think I have, and I'm glad that you've chosen these two pictures actually. The first one is a shot down Brixton, my hometown, down on the coast, looking towards the breakwater. The sun's going down, and quite a good picture to edit because this was taken on the Canon EOS-R, which is classed as old school tech now. And I really brought a lot of detail out of the shadows and a bit of colour. So it just proves how good the sensor is in the Canon EOS-R. And the second one is from a shot taken in Gampton. Again, sundown, but looking over a field of grasses. I like it because there's grass in the foreground, and there's bits of tracks, and then you can see a sort of bit of a town, and then there's the sun going down in the sky, and there's just like loads of depth to the shot. And again, what can be brought out of the sensor of the old Canon EOS-R. So yeah, but what I've done, when I normally edit a picture in Lightroom, when I normally edit a picture, I am all over the place. I'm back masks, back to contrast, down the bottom, up the top, give it a crop, all over. I'm all over the shop. So what I've done was I went back to how I took those pictures, and I've quickly jotted down the ways I've edited it, the numbers like temperature, contrast, exposure, blah 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 blah, and I've just gone down the list. Otherwise, if you watch me edit a picture, you'll be like, ping, 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 ping. What is he doing? He's all over the shop. So yeah, just quickly jotted down some notes, and I've started from the top, gone with temperature, exposure, contrast, da 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 da. So you can just slowly see the picture change. Should make for a good video. So it's probably going to be a long one. It's probably going to be 20 minutes, something like that. So get yourself a brew or a glass of wine or rum and coke, something like that. Sit down and enjoy. All right, people, here's the shot. September last year. Sun was just setting, or the sun had just dropped below the horizon, and I'm left with this. So I've just created a virtual copy, opened it up in Lightroom. Sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes when I go up to my profile, I might just change that. That'll like give me a good head start on what I'm working on. So let's try landscape, see if that will change anything. Yep, that's done a little bit of a change. Look, the rocks here is changed. Admittedly, sometimes when I go to Adobe Landscape, it's too saturated, but we can deal with that in a minute. That's not a problem. Then I go down to my temperature. I'm going to warm it up a little bit because it was a warm shot. See that landscape, that's original. It's quite flat, but Adobe Landscape pumps it up a little bit. Just saves me doing a few extra clicks on the mouse, I think. But I want to warm the shot up, so I'm going to take him somewhere up around 6, a bit warmer, like that. Contrast, can always, sometimes I'll add this early, but I might bang it up a bit later. 9, has that really done much? Not a lot. Go for 9. A lot of you will probably look at me and go, what on earth are you doing? Why do you edit that way? But that's just the way I edit. That's just the way I edit. Shadows, going to bring them right up. I'll say right up. Probably to about 30, something like that. Go for about 32. That's quite nice. Whites and blacks, no, not for the minute. May want to touch them later. Saturation, let's leave it there for now. As you can see, it's shooting wide, and I forget I did have a filter on here. I must have had a couple filters actually if I've got a bit of vignetting, because my filters don't normally vignette at all. So, but first of all, I just want to get this horizon straight. It's just a little bit there off the end. Look, well, my picture profile's been added down here for my lens, but I'm just going to give him a little bit of a tweak. Strain the crop. Team -2. Is that right? It's a difficult one. I think what I'm probably going to do is go with the breakwater, because that's quite a straight line in my shot. Yeah, I might go for that. If I had more land and more sea, I would use that. And looking at that, my my uprights look nice and straight. Quite like that. And then I'll go back up here. I'll go to my crop, and I just want to give him a little bit. just to get rid of those vignettes. These rocks down the bottom are doing nothing. I wish actually I'd taken more in front down below, because you can just see the light that is bouncing off these front two rocks, which look nice, but probably taking just to get rid of those a little bit off there. Yeah, 2/3 foreground and kind of 1/3 sky. And then go back to the edit. Right, and what I want to do, I want to warm. Or should we sort the sky out first? Let's go for the sky first, shall we? It's a couple of different ways that I edit my sky. Sometimes I use a graduated filter, or sometimes I'll grab that there, which doesn't look too bad. And a lot of the time, that's done the sky pretty well there, actually. Sometimes I worry about how it does around trees and stuff. But sometimes if it bleeds over, I'll come across to my mask, I'll hit the 3 dots, and I'll go intercept mask with sky again. And sometimes that just tidies it up a little bit. Yeah, see, on the building there, look. Yeah, it's just taking it off there. See, if you look at the building, when I click this mask off and on, there, see, it was just bleeding onto the building there. Cool, like that. Don't show me overlay, because I want to see what my highlights I want to bring down, probably somewhere to -30, something like that. Bring them highlights right down. Look at the difference, look, just a couple slides. -29, not bad, not bad. My temperature, I'm going to bang that right up, because this was quite warm. I don't know, 20s, something like that. Oh, look at that. Nice and warm. Lovely job. So we've got all this coming down here, nice and warm. But obviously I want this a lot warmer here. So let's go back into my add radial filter, radial filter, is that what you call it? Bring him down here somewhere. Could use a brush for this, I suppose. My computer's struggling because I'm doing a screen record at the same time. Bring that down there, somewhere like that. And then highlights, want to bring them up a little bit. Let me turn that off first. Highlights, bring them up a bit. I don't know, to about 20, something like that. Filter, move them over a little bit. Highlights up to about 23, and then with temperature, take him right up, somewhere around 20. Let's get some warmth on them rocks. There you go, look at that. So literally, on this little bit here, before and after, just by raising the highlights and then a bit of warmth with a temperature slider. Quite nice, quite nice. And then what I tend to do with a lot of my shots is, I don't know why, I just tend to like put a footer on my shots. I'll grab the gradient filter, I'll draw up from the bottom a little bit, pull him down, and then I'll just drop darken him off a bit, so it's almost like leading your eye in. It's a little bit dark. It's not a huge amount. If I go up and show you what I've done, look, before, after, just to lead you in a little bit. Yeah, and that for me is probably about it. What did that take? 5 minutes, something like that. And people, here is the shot. In fact, let's have a quick look. Cool, that's right on the edge of my frame, let's bending it. But you see how much I raised those shadows in that. Look at the detail. Unbelievable. Canon EOS-R, can't knock it at all. And probably what I would probably do is I would come down here, because it's not overly noisy. Then I go through, and any like hot spots like this, I'll just visualize spots. I'll just fly around and get rid of any dusty spots. And I tend to visualize spots. I tend to turn them off sometimes,
and then that way I can see, like here, look, it's little electric burnouts on me sensor. I'm sure there's more of a technical name for that, but yeah, there. Look at the detail, look, crazy. That's why I haven't changed my Canon EOS-R, because it's the files that come out of the beauty is just unbelievable. Look at that, sharp as. Oh, I'll tell you what I might do. I haven't done any sharpening yet, have I? What I might do is I'll come out of that and I will go down to sharpen. Sometimes what I might do to warm my highlights up is I might move this one here up there somewhere and just drag, get a bit more. There, it's like Chernobyl's the other side of that breakwater, and you can click to see before and after, just a little bit. Sharpening, I'll probably just bang it up to 50. Sometimes press the option key and then my mask, and I can drag him along and see what I'm sharpening. Lovely job. Yeah, and like I said, and then sometimes, depending on how bad it is, I'll just quicker denoise. So people, here is the before and here is the after. Look how quick and easy that was. It's my style of editing, not great, I know. That's what it is. What do you think? Just impressed with what comes out of Canon EOS-R, to be honest. Cool. Alright people, here's the shot. Quite cold, but I want to warm him up and make him look nice. I love this shot because I just love the kind of depth of the shot. These nice soft grasses. I like the softness of this and all this and all this. But down here you can see where the wind wasn't getting it. How nice and crisp they are. Look. Yeah, quite like this shot. It's quite cool. Right, let's have a play. First of all, let's warm. Temperature's fine. I'm going to bang that exposure up a little bit because he's a bit too much to the left, and to be honest, it's just I kind of go by eye. So let's bang him up to about 20, something like that, just to give me a good starting block. Let's lighten him up a little bit, as long as he's not cooking too much up on the right hand side. Shadows, let's lift them a little bit, take them up a little bit. It's weird because I kind of bring it up kind of flat and then I kind of put my shadows back in. Yeah, shadows up to about 18. Whites, let's bring them down a little bit. Minus 20. Hoping to kill this down a little bit. Yeah, minus 20. Blacks, do I want blacks? Like I said earlier on, put my blacks back in. Up to about 20. Yeah, nice. Texture and clarity, bring them down to about minus 10. I like the smoothness of the grasses, so we'll bring them down. I'm going to work on the sky. I'm going to punch the sky up a little bit. Vibrance, chuck him up to about 15. Saturation, just a little bit. I'm never one to go mental with the saturation. I mean, the sky's gone a bit blue now, but I'm going to work on that in a minute anyway, so that's not a problem. But literally, I don't know what that is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 clicks, something like that. That's after, that's before. That's just so far. I mean, it's looking a bit HDR-y at the minute, but come down. Oh, I do want a bit of contrast actually. Yeah, like that, like that, like that. They come down. Do I want to lighten up some of these grasses? I love this tool sometimes. Give them a grab. And that colour grass there. I just want to find that if you hit the visualize button, it shows what the image is going to be touched. So if there's different greens in there, if you don't want them all touched, see that's only touching some. If I open it right up, that's pretty much touching all of them. So if there's only some you want to touch, like that there, that's cool. And then you can turn the visualize range off. And if you just want to put a bit of light on some of these, so you can just lift the light a little bit, just a little bit, quite like that. Or sometimes what I might do is I might just get a brush and go along the tops if the light's just getting to the tops. But that's not too bad. Quite like that. Quite like that. Right, sky. Let's see what we can do with this bad boy. Hit the sky mask. That's done a pretty good job, but still I tend to go intersect mask with sky, and just because sometimes it's bled over here a little bit. I mean, it's quite hazy there anyway. Intersect mask with sky. Let's just see if it tidies it up a little bit. Yeah, just done a little bit. Look, just done a little bit. Right. Turn the overlay off so we can see what we're doing. Now, highlight's going to bring them right down to about 30, I reckon. Down you come. 29. That looks quite nice. Like that. Whites. Whites -7, something like that. Let's take him down to about there. Yeah, temperature. Warm him up a bit, because I said that sky was a bit cold early on. Let's take him up a little bit. Because there is reds just touching the underneath of these clouds. Yeah, let's go up. Don't want to go too mad, just a little bit. Go for about 11. Looks quite nice. And this I really like to do. I want to funk this sky right up. Clarity, we're going to bang him right up to about 40. Make them clouds punch. Yeah. Bit too much, 37. Right, so that sky mask. Can't notice it as you're going along, but if I click him on and off, before, after. Brought some detail back in here. Admittedly, it's quite white in there, isn't it? But I'll tell you what I might try actually. Add a mask, radial gradient. Let's see if I can just drop a little bit of warmth in there, because there was some warmth on the horizon, which you can tell because there's redness on the bottoms of these clouds. My computer works so much slower when I'm recording a video whilst I'm editing. Right. Turn that off. Go to my temperature. See, I could drop my whites, but I think it's just going to look fake. That's not too bad actually. Temperature. Going to do anything? No, it's not really. It is what it is, isn't it? There's loads of mist over here. Look, loads of mist. Has that done anything? I think I prefer it without actually. Yeah, I don't like that. Delete mask too. Yeah, and again, like before, what I've done with a lot of my shots, in fact, let's light up these grasses a little bit. Just the tips of these. Let's go and get a brush. Let's go add mask. Let's get a brush. Exposure. Just pop him up to about 20. Temperature just a little bit. Put that to about 5. 5. And all I'm going to do is just run it, and hopefully you can see. I'm just going to run it along the tips. There, look. Whoa, steady on, steady on. Don't get too excited. Because the sun, it's a bit of cheating, I don't know. But the sun's obviously coming from this way, and just lighting them up on the back. Again. Just a few. Just want to light up the tips. Just separates the grass that's getting the light from the grass that's not down below. Computer's struggling now with all these masks. Obviously I'm rushing this, but hopefully, go on, work your way along, mask, work your way along. Now, if I go back to this mask, you can see what he's done in here, look. But if I go before, that's before, and then after. So he's just put a little bit on the edges, just adds a bit of depth to the shot. I mean, that's quickly done, but obviously you can do what bits you like. And then what am I going to do? I'm going to add a linear gradient even. I'm going to go up from the bottom here, just a little bit. Drag him down. Sorry people, I'm going to have to go a little bit slow here because my computer is struggling big time. And then I'll drop him. Just a little bit. Again, it's just adding a bit of depth because the sun's not getting to this side of the grasses which I'm photographing. So I just want to put them in shadow a little bit. Quite like that. And again, I'll add another mask, another gradient on the top, and I'll do the same thing there. It's almost like a vignette as well, really, trying to direct your eyes into the shot. Drag him off. We just drop him a couple of stops. Well, -20, something like that. And that is probably about it, people. So, what was that? I don't know, 10 minutes, quarter of an hour. Here is the before and here's the after. Any questions, chuck them over. I'm not the best editor in the world. I love to edit my pictures when I've got loads of pictures on my hard drive, and then when the rain comes in, like it always does in the UK, I sit down with a glass of wine or a cup of tea, and I just chuck my headphones on and edit away, and just, yeah, love it. So here's the before and after.
Hopefully that helps someone. Cheers for watching. This is going out on a Friday. As always, there's an affiliate link down below. Basil Boris, cheers for suggesting a video, which is pretty cool. So yeah, have a great weekend, people. See you again. Oh, if anybody wants any edits on and anything, if they really can stand the way I edit, watch how I butcher a picture, drop a comment below. And don't forget, this isn't the only video this week. My normal Friday videos go out. So yeah, have a good one. Cool. Cheers. Bye.